So I made a conscious decision to make sure this language is with the English alphabet instead of Arabic. We don't need ein and rein. Can be like two A's. So I've been having trouble with me, like it's mine, because like I have is difficult to figure out also. So if you were to say ich habe eine Fragen, ich habe eine Fragen, like you would say I have a question, but so ich would be I, habe would be have because you're using it in the I form, because you could say du haben in German. So I think hab is a word that we're using for love in Spanish. Spanish is like that important of a language to these people. My hub would be like I have, which would be very funny, very confusing to a Spanish speaker or an Arabic speaker, because hub is from Arabic for I love, because habibti, my love, on the hub, on the I love that, on the hub hadi or hadha. But I don't think we're doing masculine and feminine for this language, because I don't want to, because I wouldn't do it myself. So I think that hub is have, but so me like is not have. So I was probably wrong there, because I'm trying to figure out the word for mine. But you know that mio is something you'd say in Spanish. It's mio, like it's mine. I think if someone is, I don't know. I'm always around bad Spanish speakers, because have and to say something's mine is not the same. Like I have it is not, but like it is still possession of the thing. Mine is my in German also. So mein Kampf, my struggle, mine whatever, mein Pantalon, my pants. So I think that they're saying mine probably because mine is the actual word mine, and they're switching it to me because me is possessive. Because we're gonna use me as my, I think. All right, let's move on. So alley in German is like apparently an avenue in German, but an alley is like a back street that like generally people would only walk down. You don't really drive down it, but like usually there are trash cans back there. So I do think that's a street, and I do think alley is probably what the streets are called in that language. So fud, bad, berg, maybe it's a mountain, because iceberg, I think it's more likely that it would go in the berg direction. Dom makes sense that it would be a church or like something like that, because dom is something that they use in Latin a lot for God. Worst is for sausage, but worst in English is the worst, so maybe worst is the best. That's what I'm wondering, is worst the best? Maybe. I already mentioned that bal is bread instead of, because bal di, bread of Egypt, baladi. So it's bread of Egypt, is what Esh baladi is actually called. So sozo, I was thinking, because go is zo would be like sozo, I have to go. And that was from Greek that I found that. This is how we found the word zo, the Arabic in the middle, au zomit mar kaba, which means you go with river of dead. So we definitely need to always consider that, because I think that's the best translation I have yet. And from that translation, we found ba, which is sheep, which we confirmed with probaton, which I don't think is a very common word for sheep in Greek. I think that people probably added words to the Greek language around the time that they were destroying the Greek language to like tell you things about the Egyptian language, like ba for sheep, because why is it probaton? Like you can think that way. Why is ba surrounded by pro and ton? That doesn't make sense. It's a town. It's a sheep town. It's a town that's very for sheep. It's a shepherd town. So sozo apparently comes from to save, but if it's go, like to go would be one of the things, but we already have a word for two. We have ta, because da aksad tarik, da aksad tarik, is like the way you say that, and Rick is the good, and it's not Tarek, like is not one word. I don't think. I'm pretty sure, even though they're using Tarek in another thing that I found, they were doing it on purpose to hide that Ta is two. So I've been having trouble trying to figure out how to say like not mine, because the hobal is the bread is no me is maybe like how not me na me, because remember we learned no na is not, so na mio is how you would say it in Spanish, like if you were adding a Spanish ending to it. Maybe it's mio. I know a guy whose last name is Mio, and like that makes me wonder, like, is Mio the word for mine? So let's go through these real quick. I found some German words that I wanted to mention. Canal sounds like it's the same. Carta in Spanish is a letter, and I think that getting rid of letter is a very difficult, like a letter that you receive in the mail. So it would be mail, and it sounds like it's carta or cart, because I don't think it's a ticket, which is in German. So a cloister is a monastery, but you can also get cloistered up. Like you can, like, I'm cloistered up in my house. Like I'm not going to leave my house like forever. Like I'm isolated. It's hidden away. I wonder if cloister is claustrophobic. I wonder if cloister is like secluded or something. But because a cloister would be a secluded person, but a claw would be secluded. So mark would be the word for market, like a marketplace, and that's why they would like to use the word mark in English for a name. Mir, like I think it is probably the sea. That just makes sense to me. It's a name. Nord sounds like the word for north, because remember, we're probably not going to have thou. I don't think I'm saying thou in this language specifically. It's in Arabic. So mass is a mug of beer, like a 1 liter mug of beer, which makes me think that a mass might be a cup. So, okay. So I have manster, and written in Arabic, but there's munster, which made me think manster. And I'm not going to worry about it. So there's garden, and there's gardening in German. Garden's like that common in the German language. So I think it's garden, one of those two. Bad is okay to take a bath, or I think like it's bad. Like I think that's what bath is, because it's bad in German. Alt in Spanish is to stop, but alt in German is old. And alto is like a note in music. I think it's probably to stop. Like it just feels like it, but I don't know. A Keller is a waitress, a server. Like a Kellerin would be a waitress, but a Keller would be a male waiter. I don't know. So I think that a plan is a plan, probably. So a fleet is what they're calling a canal in Hamburg, which, like, a fleet of ships is a fleet of ships, but like maybe that's actually a canal. All right, so a haven is a harbor or port, and a haven is a safe haven. I think it has to do with port. I don't know which one it is, but I think it's a port. So Heid is health, I think, but Chaim is health in Hebrew. So I think that Heid, it has to do with health. So Insel is island, and it might be in the ocean. So like that's what I was thinking. Like Sul might be ocean. It just sounds like it to me. So a plot of land, but then there's a plots, like marketplatz, like it's like the square, the town square. So I'm thinking that it's like a place, like because it's definitely that. So I found out Sud is south, so it makes sense that it's called Sudan. It's south of Egypt. And then Wald is forest. That's from wild, now that I know, because wilderness, I think the forest is called the wild. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed.